Then the Lord said to Noah, I have seen that you are a good man, even among the evil people of this time. So gather your family, and all of you go into the boat. Get 7 pairs, 7 males and 7 females of every kind of clean animal, and get 1 pair, 1 male and 1 female of every other animal on the earth. Lead all these animals into the boat with you. Get 7 pairs, 7 males and 7 females of all the birds. This will allow all these animals to continue living on the earth after the other animals are destroyed. 7 days from now, I will send much rain on the earth. It will rain for 40 days and 40 nights, and I will wipe everything off the face of the earth. I will destroy everything I made. Noah did everything the Lord told him to. Noah was 600 years old at the time the rains came. He and his family went into the boat to be saved from the flood. His wife and his sons and their wives were on the boat with them. All the clean animals, all the other animals on the earth, the birds and everything that crawls on the earth, went into the boat with Noah. These animals went into the boat in groups of 2, male and female, just as God commanded. 7 days later, the flood started. The rain began to fall on the earth. On the 17th day of the 2nd month, when Noah was 600 years old, the springs under the earth broke through the ground, and water flowed out everywhere. The sky also opened like windows, and rain poured down. The rain fell on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. That same day, Noah went into the boat with his wife, his sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and their wives. They and every kind of animal on the earth were in the boat. Every kind of cattle, every kind of animal that crawls on the earth, and every kind of bird were in the boat. All these animals went into the boat with Noah. They came in groups of 2 from every kind of animal that had the breath of life. All these animals went into the boat in groups of 2, just as God had commanded Noah. Then the Lord closed the door behind Noah. Water flooded the earth for 40 days. The water began rising and lifted the boat off the ground. The water continued to rise, and the boat floated on the water, high above the earth. The water rose so much that even the highest mountains were covered by the water. The water continued to rise above the mountains. The water was more than 20 feet above the highest mountain. Every living thing on earth died. Every man and woman, every bird, and every kind of animal. All the many kinds of animals and all the things that crawl on the ground died. Every living, breathing thing on dry land died. In this way, God wiped the earth clean. He destroyed every living thing on the earth, every human, every animal, everything that crawls, and every bird. All that was left was Noah and his family and the animals that were with him in the boat. The water continued to cover the earth for 150 days. But God did not forget about Noah. God remembered him and all the animals that were with him in the boat. God made a wind blow over the earth, and all the water began to disappear. Rain stopped falling from the sky, and water stopped flowing from under the earth. The water that covered the earth began to go down. After 150 days, the water was low enough that the boat touched land again. The boat stopped on one of the mountains of Ararat. This was the 17th day of the 7th month. The water continued to go down, and by the 1st day of the 10th month, the tops of the mountains were above the water. 40 days later, Noah opened the window he had made in the boat. Then he sent out a raven. The raven flew from place to place until the ground was dry and the water was gone. Noah also sent out a dove. He wanted it to find dry ground. He wanted to know if water still covered the earth. The dove could not find a place to rest because the water still covered the earth. So the dove came back to the boat. Noah reached out his hand and caught the dove and brought it back into the boat. After 7 days, Noah again sent out the dove. And that afternoon the dove came back to Noah. The dove had a fresh olive leaf in its mouth. This was a sign to show Noah that there was dry ground on the earth. 7 days later, Noah sent the dove out again. But this time, the dove didn't come back. After that, Noah opened the door of the boat. He looked and saw that the ground was dry. This was the first day of the first month of the year. He was 601 years old. By the 27th day of the second month, the ground was completely dry. Then God said to Noah, "Leave the boat. You, your wife, your sons, and your sons' wives should go out now. Bring every living animal out of the boat with you, all the birds, animals, and everything that crawls on the earth. These animals will make many more animals, and they will fill the earth again." So Noah went out with his sons, his wife, and his sons' wives. All the animals, everything that crawls, and every bird left the boat. All the animals came out of the boat in family groups. Then Noah built an altar to honor the Lord. Noah took some of all the clean birds and some of all the clean animals and burned them on the altar as a gift to God. The Lord smelled these sacrifices, and it pleased him. The Lord said to himself, "I will never again curse the earth as a way to punish people. People are evil from the time they are young, but I will never again destroy every living thing on earth as I did this time. As long as the earth continues, there will always be a time for planting and a time for harvest. There will always be cold and hot, summer and winter, day and night on earth." God blessed Noah and his sons and said to them, "Have many children, fill the earth with your people. Every animal on earth, every bird in the air, every animal that crawls on the ground, and every fish in the sea will be afraid of you. All of them will be under your control. In the past, I gave you the green plants to eat. Now every animal will also be food for you. I give you everything on earth, it is yours. But I give you one command. You must not eat meat that still has its lifeblood in it. Also, I will demand your blood for your lives. That is, I will demand the life of any person or animal that takes a human life." God made humans to be like himself, so whoever kills a person must be killed by another person. Have many children and fill the earth with your people. Then God said to Noah and his sons, "I now make my promise to you and to your people who will live after you. I make my promise to all the birds and to all the cattle and to all the animals that came out of the boat with you. I make my promise to every living thing on earth. This is my promise to you. All life on the earth was destroyed by flood, but that will never happen again. A flood will never again destroy all life on the earth." And God said, "I will give you something to prove that I made this promise to you. I will continue forever to show that I have made an agreement with you and every living thing on earth. I am putting a rainbow in the clouds as proof of the agreement between me and the earth. When I bring clouds over the earth, you will see the rainbow in the clouds. When I see this rainbow, I will remember the agreement between me and you and every living thing on the earth. This agreement says that a flood will never again destroy all life on earth. When I look and I see the rainbow in the clouds, I will remember the agreement that continues forever. I will remember the agreement between me and every living thing on the earth." So God said to Noah, "This rainbow is proof of the agreement that I made with all living things on earth." Noah's sons came out of the boat with him. Their names were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham was the father of Canaan. These three men were Noah's sons, and all the people on earth came from these three sons. Noah became a farmer and planted a vineyard. One day Noah made some wine. He got drunk, went into his tent, and took off all his clothes. Ham, the father of Canaan, saw that his father was naked and told his brothers who were outside the tent. Shem and Japheth took a robe, put it across their shoulders, and walked backward into the tent. Then they covered their father without looking at him. Later, Noah woke up. He was sleeping because of the wine. When he learned what his youngest son Ham had done to him, he said, "May there be a curse on Canaan. May he be a slave to his brothers." Noah also said, "May the Lord, the God of Shem, be praised. May Canaan be Shem's slave. May God give more land to Japheth. May God live in Shem's tents, and may Canaan be their slave. After the flood, Noah lived 350 years. He lived a total of 950 years. Then he died. This is a history of the families of Shem, Ham, and Japheth. They are Noah's sons. These men had children after the flood. Japheth's sons were Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Mesech, and Tyrus. Gomer's sons were Ashkenaz, Rephath, and Togarmah. Javan's sons were Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodanim. All the people who lived in the area around the Mediterranean Sea came from these sons of Japheth. The people separated and went to different countries according to languages, families, and nations. The sons of Japheth were Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Mesech, and Tyrus. The sons of Gomer were Ashkenaz, Rephath, and Togarmah. The sons of Javan were Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim, and Rodanim. Ham's sons were Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. Cush's sons were Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Ramah, and Sabtica. Ramah's sons were Sheba and Dedan. Cush also had a son named Nimrod, who became a very powerful man on earth. He was a great hunter before the Lord. That is why people compare other men to him and say, "That man is like Nimrod, a great hunter before the Lord." Nimrod's kingdom spread from Babylon to Erech, to Akkad, and then to Calneh in the land of Babylonia. Nimrod also went into Assyria. In Assyria, Nimrod built the cities of Nineveh, Rehoboth, Ir, Calah, and Rezin. Rezin is the city between Nineveh and Calah, the big city. Mizraim was the father of the people of Lud, Anam, Lehab, Naphtah, Pathros, Caslah, and Caphtor. The Philistine people came from Caslah. Canaan was the father of Sidon. Sidon was Canaan's first son. Canaan was also the father of the Hittites, Jebusites, Amorites, Girgashites, Hivites, Archites, the Sinites, Arvadites, Zemarites, and the Hamathites. The families of Canaan spread to different parts of the world. The land where the Canaanites lived went from Sidon down along the coast to Gerar, and from Gaza as far east as Sodom and Gomorrah, and from Admah and Zeboim as far north as Laish. All these people were descendants of Ham. They are arranged by families, languages, countries, and nations. The sons of Ham were Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. The sons of Cush were Sheba, Havilah, Zabta, Ramah, Sabtica. The sons of Ramah were Sheba and Dedan. Nimrod, a descendant of Cush, grew up to become the strongest and bravest soldier in the world. Mizraim was the father of the people of Lud, Anam, Lehab, Naphtah, Pathros, Caslah, and Caphtor. The Philistines came from Caslah. Canaan was the father of Sidon. Sidon was his first child. Canaan was also the father of the Hittites, Jebusites, Amorites, Girgashites, Hivites, Archites, Sinites, Arvadites, Zemarites, and the people from Hamath. Shem was Japheth's older brother. One of Shem's descendants was Eber, the father of all the Hebrew people. Shem's sons were Elam, Asshur, Arphaxad, Lud, and Aram. Aram's sons were Uz, Huel, Gether, and Mash. Arphaxad was the father of Shelah. Shelah was the father of Eber. Eber was the father of two sons. One son was named Peleg. He was given this name because the earth was divided during his life. The other son was named Joktan. Joktan was the father of Almodad, Sheleph, Hazarmaveth, Zerah, Hadaram, Uzal, Diklah, Obal, Abimael, Sheba, Ophir, Havilah, and Jobab. All these people were Joktan's sons. They lived in the area between Mesha and the hill country in the east. Mesha was toward the country of Sephar. Shem's sons were Elam, Asshur, Arphaxad, Lud, and Aram. Aram's sons were Uz, Huel, Gether, and Mesech. Arphaxad was the father of Shelah. Shelah was the father of Eber. Eber had 2 sons. One son was named Peleg, because the people on earth were divided into different languages during his lifetime. Peleg's brother was named Joktan. Joktan was the father of Almadad, Sheleph, Hazarmaveth, Jerah, Hadoram, Uzal, Diklah, Ebal, Abimael, Sheba, Ophir, Havilah, and Jobab. All these men were Joktan's sons. These are the people from the family of Shem. They are arranged by families, languages, countries, and nations. This is the list of the families from Noah's sons. They are arranged according to their nations. From these families came all the people who spread across the earth after the flood.